Allah in the Quran gives us three options, right? You got to choose one of them, and all three of them are acceptable. There may be preferences based on situations. Number one, you have the options of فَاصْبِرْ صَبْرًا جَمِيلًا, that you remain patient with them, like how Yaqub alayhi salam did with his kids, his children. Even though they were adults, he just remained patient with them. You know, the second option is فَاصْفَحِ الصَّفْحَ الْجَمِيلِ, that you learn how to forgive them and turn the page and deal with that weakness. Everyone has a weakness, right? Someone's weakness may be that they're not brave. There were Sahabas who were not brave. Some of the great Sahaba, like they were just not brave. They would not go, like there's narrations about Hassan ibn Thabit radiallahu anhu, but he would rile people up, right? So people may have certain weaknesses. We don't gauge them based on our strengths. We gauge them based on their strengths. You know, I'm not saying being narcissistic is a positive thing, but what's fasfahi safha al-jamil is the idea of just turning the page, right? And the third, and if this is very possible and it's plausible in our situations as well, where if we're the recipients of like harm from them, like if they are toxic to us, I don't like using the word toxic as well because it's thrown around a lot. But the third one would be wahjurhum hajran jamila, is the word hijrah is used here, that we just distance ourselves from these people, just distance ourselves. And that's perfectly okay to do. Distancing yourself doesn't mean we don't give them their rights. And I think that's a challenge in understanding the concept. Distancing ourselves means we protect ourselves from their harm. But it doesn't mean that we start harming them, right? This is the concept of being balanced. So for example, the 5 rights of a believer we will still have to fulfill. Responding to their salam, saying yarhamukallah, visiting them when they're sick, responding to their invitation, and if they leave this world, being present for their janazah, or at least sharing our azza and our condolences to their family. This we would still have to do, but we would not have to associate more than the required amount the Sharia has placed upon us. So you have option 1, just be patient, be even. Number 2, turn the page. And I think depending on what type of relationship it is, it may be someone that's very close to you. Maybe we just have to, that's our challenge, and that's what will get us to Jannah. And again, if it's being oppressed, then obviously the best case is wahjurhum hajran jamila, is to kind of just distance ourselves from them. Wallahu a'lam. And Sheikh, you can correct me if I'm wrong. Like the munafiqun were the most narcissistic people, and the Prophet dealt with them in this manner. Like the munafiqun were the epitome of this quality, presenting themselves in ways that yuhibbun an yuhmadu bima lam yaf'alu, like real qualities of people that are narcissistic, right? The munafiqun of Medina, the Prophet was patient with them. He gave them many chances, but at the end, wahjurhum hajran jamila, like you can't pray janazah upon them, right? So, like we do have examples from the seerah, which is ultimately the greatest source of lessons for us in our life. These are questions that you would have to ask a local person who knows your full situation to get like a full answer. These are just template kind of guidelines, right? Goalposts. But the goalposts are normally enough, but if there's a specific situation where you have to take action, you're always asking someone local who is more well-versed with our situations would be more beneficial. And also I'll add, Sheikh, correct me if I'm wrong, being inconvenienced at times is okay. Being oppressed is not okay.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe I'm young and we're born and raised here and we've seen, like how youngsters are. I mean, I am young with, we're part of that culture. I think we a lot of times find, oppression to be synonymous with inconvenience. Like not everything which is inconvenient is titled to be oppression.
Yeah.
Like it may be inconvenient for us to do something, but that's the name of the game. That's how you build relationships. If we were not the whole idea is like you being prepared. يُؤْثِرُونَ عَلَى أَنفُسِهِمْ وَلَوْ كَانَ بِهِمْ خَصَاصَةٌ. Like the quality of the Ansar, right, Sheikh? Like they were prepared to be inconvenienced for the needs of other people. So I not that I'm saying that we're not oppressed. Of course, a lot of us may be dealing with real situations that are heavy situations. May Allah give us ease and comfort and find us. Allahumma salli al-afwa wal-afiyah fi dunya wal-akhirah. We ask Allah for afiyah. But I think, having a level of, the right conversations and the right muhasabah and self-reflection of understanding what inconvenience is versus what oppression is with youngsters. Because I know a lot of youngsters will use the word like, I'm oppressed. And the next thing you know, it's like they didn't get the right meal for dinner. I'm like, bro, that's not oppression, man. Like, you were just inconvenienced. It's all good. That's how you get reward. This is how it works. Wallahu alam, Sheikh. You can please
No,
answer.
inshallah, that's beautiful. And nothing really to add to that, just to re-emphasize that point. It's very difficult to give, specifically tailored questions on a general platform like this. But it is worthwhile to really, we grow when we're self-critical. We're so focused on criticizing everyone else's mistakes, and and once again, it's hard to tell because someone might actually be in a very difficult situation, or in the case of many people, like you said, just really inconvenient. My parents didn't get me like the new iPhone. I feel like traumatized.
Bro, like, yeah,
they're actually doing you a favor. So, long story short, I think what you said, mashallah, is sufficient. And if someone really feels like one principle from the Sharia that's important is that harm is to be mitigated. If there is actual harm taking place, then the Sharia teaches us that harm should be dealt with, so that a person's not in a situation where they are genuinely being harmed. But in order to get the proper answer for that, speaking to someone where you can give more details and get the proper answer that you need is necessary.